It is Friday, June 2nd, 2023, and from the home studio in Middletown, Delaware, I'm Marshal, Manlove from Delaware Sports with my sports reports. This segment is dedicated to the 2023 All Blue Hen Flight B baseball teams. That's it on this particular segment. I've been trying to work on these postseason honors. Some of the lists, at least for the most part, if one or two are missing, I'll run it with it. Then I'll produce specific segments. This is one of them, and it is brought to you by allaboutsportsu.com. Mr. Tim Wampler is a longtime softball coach and mentor. He has developed on the screen here, because I'm hitting the little button, on and off, on, off, on, off, and take 15% off. That's allaboutsportsu.com. Let's begin. Now, this is done a little differently. It's all the positions, first, second, and honorable mention, if there is an honorable mention to be mentioned. Yeah, we'll start with the first team pitcher. It's Jackson LaPearl, a junior from Concord. He is the number one pitcher and top pitcher in Flight B for the past 2 years. He had a 4-1 record, but 3 no decisions for the Raiders. Struck out 48 batters in 39 innings, and he's a 2-time conference player of the year. Another first-team pitcher, Matt McGill, a junior from Brandywine. Second-team pitcher, Ryan Kane, a junior from Odessa. 2.84 ERA and 40 strikeouts this year for the Ducks. Second-team pitcher, Julius Ramos, a sophomore from AI DuPont. First-team catcher, Adam Ferguson, a sophomore from Concord. He threw out 14 of 26 potential base runners. That's over 50%, and he hits fifth in the lineup. He drove in 13 runs, walked 12 times for the Raiders this year. Second-team catcher, Brett Vitsorek from Odessa. He had a .455 on-base percentage, and he caught 7 runners trying to steal on him. First team first base, Jermaine Miller from AI DuPont. He's a senior. He hit .450 for the 2023 season. Second team first base, Ryan Kane. Might not sound like a lot, but they only play like 15 games. So if you stretch that out over the course of a major league season, that would be like 130 runs batted in. That's a lot. First team second baseman, Jack Pope, a junior from Concord. He had 14 RBIs, scored 15 runs to help the Raiders to their 13-win mark this year. Made only 2 errors all year, was second on the team in batting, and was selected second team All-State last year. Second team second baseman, Luke Treshakevich, a freshman from Dickinson. I've been practicing that name for like a week now. Honorable mention second baseman, Jason Ortiz, a freshman from AI DuPont. First team third base, Mackenzie Keating, a junior from Odessa. He hit .340 and had an on-base percentage of .507. Second team third baseman, Ryan DePasquale, a sophomore from Brandywine. First team shortstop, Andrew Furco, a junior from Concord. He was a Player of the Year candidate this season. He was 2-time first team All-Flight B selection at shortstop, as well as being selected as second team third base All-Flight B in 2021. He stole 25 out of 26 bases this year, had 27 hits, scored 20 times, only struck out 2 times all year. And he was selected a first-team All-Stater this year. Though I don't have that entire list for some reason. If you have it, send it to me, mysportsreports@gmail.com. Appreciate it. Second-team shortstop, J.C. Alley, a junior from Odessa. Honorable mention shortstop, Jetterson Sanchez, a senior from McCain. First team outfielder, Jackson LaPearl, a junior from Concord. Yes, that's the same Jackson LaPearl. He had 30 hits this year, drove in 29 runs with 6 extra base hits, 4 triples, was 10 for 10 in stolen bases. Good year for Jackson LaPearl. First team outfielder, Colin P.A., a senior from Concord. He hit .426 and was 22 out of 23 stealing bases. These kids ran a lot. He scored 26 times and drove in 15 runs for the Raiders. First team outfielder, Will Jones, a senior from Brandywine. Wildcard outfielder, Micah Evans, a junior from Odessa. He had .397 and had 18 putouts in the outfield. .446 on base percentage as well. Second team outfielder, Jason Timpson, a sophomore from Odessa. He hit .300 and had a .386 on base percentage. Second team outfielder, Charlie Lynch, a senior from Concord. He hit .326, scored 14 times, and drove in 14 runs for the Raiders. Second team outfielder, Ramon Sanchez, a senior from McCain. Honorable mention outfielder, Cameron Crowe, a sophomore from Odessa. He had a .410 on base percentage, perfect in the field. Did not make any errors this year for the Ducks. Honorable mention outfielder Nick Sawyer, a senior from Brandywine. Honorable mention outfielder Alec A.J. Nieves, a senior from Dickinson. First team utility Kevin Barrow, a senior from Concord. A true utility player. He played second base, third base, shortstop, catcher, and he pitched as well. He was 5-0 on the mound in 22 innings pitched, hit .415 with 22 hits, 23 RBIs, and he scored 18 times. It's Kevin Barrow. Second team utility, Michael Biondolio, a sophomore from Odessa. He had 15 RBIs, had an ERA of .245 on the mound, his on-base percentage of .420. Honorable mention utility player, Aiden Key, a junior from Brandywine. The coach of the year, Tony Marenko from Odessa. The assistant coach of the year, Kyle Rodley from Brandywine. The player of the year, should come as no surprise, Jackson LaPearl from Concord. Concord photos by Joe Zumar Photography. Check out Joe Zumar's work. It's really good. A couple of them weren't his, but the good ones were his. That's Joe Zumar. And he takes a bunch of pictures for all of the Raider teams. So look him up. I recommend that and him. If you have any all-state, all-conference honorees that you would like to submit to me because you don't believe I might have them, use this email address, mysportsreports@gmail.com. Would you like to recommend somebody to join me here on the show for a conversation? Could be a special elite athlete of some sort or a group of kids who are doing some wonderful things in the amateur athletic community. Reach out to me at mysportsreports@gmail.com. Special thanks go out to my wonderful and beautiful wife, Dawnie M., my friends Joey V. and Tommy K., supporters of the show from day one. Would you like to support the show? Simply subscribe on whatever video platform you find these. It's free to do so. Will always be. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Marshal Manlove, and now from the home studio, Middletown, Delaware, I wish you fare well. Have a great day. Peace, love. Yeah. Love. Yeah. Joy.